Deep breaths. It's here. Hard to believe it. All the conversations over the years, all the months of planning have led you to right now.
In March 2020, you became my best friend and soulmate. I can only thank God that in those days He gave you the ability to wait, and He gave you forgiveness, and He gave you persistence.
But in the same way that by God's grace, He has given us another chance. You too will have many opportunities over the next 60 plus years to extend that same grace to one another, to grow in having that same mindset as Christ.
I have known Ashley since we were babies, and for as long as I've known her, God has been a very important piece of her life.
Ashley, Nikki, and myself all agreed that we'd be each other's bridesmaids. And as the first one to get married in the group, Ashley is the first one to make that promise come true.
Each girl's gonna get a different flower, and they're all gonna be a combination of mine. I don't know, I'm just so excited. I have butterflies, I think a lot, so.
Yeah, so Owen and I, being so close in age, shared a lot of the same friends, and so they were really great apart. So we kind of did a lot of things together that brothers don't often get to do just because of the age gap.
Next, you're trustworthy. You've been one of the first guys that I ever go to. Man, you're just one of the closest people that I trust. But
Like we talked about many years ago in Nicaragua on our last night, as we talked about life and big milestones and decisions coming forward, there is no wrong path in God's plan. Now as your paths align, I can't wait to see where you both go together. I love you so much, and I am so proud of you.
My grandma Smith, she would wear it every Christmas. And then this one is from my grandma Saxon. My grandpa, who passed away, gave it to her. And my grandma Smith passed away also.
It was a blink of an eye for me that I somehow went from tripping over tiny little shoes and pogo sticks and everything to suddenly I'd come in from the garage and there was just this pair of big old size 14s right there. And we saw those size 14s more and more.
Like Jesus, you have always been my steady rock, and I have always trusted without a doubt that I could go to you. And life is hard, and I can't do it on my own.
Thank you, sweetheart. That same support that you've had.
You have the same.
You have the same.
We're always going to be here for you guys.
As we talked, I shared this analogy of a home, and that today, this wedding day, it's like the front door, but the marriage is what's on the other side. It's the house that you walk into.
You took the time to learn my favorite flower, my favorite sweets. You made me laugh and filled me with joy. Most of all, you helped me feel strong. I have gotten a small glimpse of the Lord's love for me through yours.
I have no doubt that in our marriage we will walk through life together, but we can only do that if we continue to follow God. So with this, I promise to love God through a relationship that draws me closer to Him and teaches me how to love you better.
There is a garden growing in the yard. There is a star falling in the dark. Isn't that just who you are?
Today is the beginning of your marriage as you enter into the sacred covenant before God. To love and to cherish.
To love and cherish.
Till death do us part.
To death do us part.
According to God's will.
According to God's will,
I pledge my faith.
I pledge my faith. Keep this vow.
By the authority invested in me By our Creator God Almighty and by Granger Community Church, I pronounce you man and wife. Owen, you may kiss your bride.
Something as simple as looking for.
It is my great honor and pleasure to introduce for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Johnson.
Owen then proceeded to ask her out, and she said no. And then asked her out again, she also said no for the second time. And then Owen said one of the most ballsy, gutsy things I've ever heard in my life, and I wish I could be cool like him. And he said, okay, let's try that again. Will you go out with me?
High-pitched giggling, and it was constant. Just it continued forever. Sometimes you can even hear Ashley.